What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. And if you are seeing this video is for Wednesday, March the 10th, 2021. But if you are seeing this video, it's because we have a big announcement to make. It is right now just after 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday night. We have some big games going on tonight. Say big games. We have a decent sized card for a Tuesday night. We got March Madness action. There was soccer action this afternoon. We've got NHL going on. So a decent little Tuesday card. Probably even going to be a bigger Wednesday card. But first and foremost, before we get into the announcement, got a couple of things. First, smash the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed and you haven't already, hit the notification bell. That way you do not miss out on any time we post a free play video, any announcements, we go live, anything like that. You can hit the join button for channel memberships. You can see the different membership tiers, what they include, what you get with them, the prices, everything. There will be a members only video going up for Wednesday as long as the line comes out the way that I am hoping that it will and expecting that it will. So that'll be something later on tonight that I do. But the reason that I'm recording this now is because Jerry and his team out west have been working on a potential play for the last couple of days. Ever since early yesterday morning, they were zoning in on this game. Jerry called me. He was giving me a bunch of reasons why he liked the game, what just basically his thought process. And again, you guys know he is the soccer expert, so half the time when he's talking about soccer itself, it's he might as well be speaking gibberish to me. But again, from a market standpoint, a line standpoint, things like that, we were going over that, but of course there was no line. Then he calls me again earlier today and says, okay, when this line comes out, if it comes out in this general area, we're going to release it as a game of the week. And it just so happens that about an hour ago, he called me again. And he says, okay, he said, we definitely have locked it in. We're just waiting on a line. And I said, okay, well, just in case, I'm going to go ahead and bust out a video because I don't know that I'll be able to do one later. And if we end up having it, I'll release the video. So if you are seeing this video, it is because we have a game of the week. So game of the week for Wednesday. The game is an afternoon game, so you want to make sure that you jump on it now versus later because as everybody knows, 30 minutes prior to any game of the week, game of the month, anything like that, we pull the purchase link down. If you are an all-access member, of course, you already get to play, so you can log in. If you are seeing this video, you can go ahead and log in and get your play because it will already be posted. If you are not an all-access member, obviously you can become one and you can get the play, or if you just want to purchase the game of the week, go to ChaseWins.com, go to the purchase page, and you'll see a link that says Soccer Game of the Week. It's $50. Now, usually we give away, if the game were to lose, we give away 3 days of all premium plays in all sports for absolutely free. But we always get questions is if we are going to have another game in another sport that same week or within a week that's rated just as high, people want to say, well, can I just get that instead? Well, usually we say no because it's rare that we would have two in the same week. But there's going to be at least two this week because right now I personally have 3 games that I already have circled that if the lines come out and if what we want within the market does what I want it to do and what I hope that it does, then I've got 3 that could very well meet the criteria of a game of the week or higher. Now, obviously, I'm not going to release 3, but the chances of us having another one before the end of the week are very strong. So what we are going to do instead on this one, this game wins or God forbid it were to lose, if it were to lose, you get the next game of the week, no matter what sport it's in, absolutely free. So keep that in mind. There is a guarantee on it, so that way we take a lot of the risk out of it. We ensure that you are going to turn profit one way or the other. But this game's not going to lose. So make sure you go to ChaseWins.com, sign up. It's $50 and cash in with us. Now, be that we are now into March Madness. We've got conference tournaments going on. This Sunday is Selection Sunday for the big dance. And then, of course, in the coming weeks, we now have the big tournament. We will crown a national champion out of that tournament. If you want to sign up for the March Madness package for $199 and you do it before the game of the week goes, so you need to have signed up by, we'll say, 1 p.m. because at 1 p.m. I'm going to pull this link down. If you sign up for the March Madness package for $199 before or at 1 p.m. Eastern time or before, we will email you the game of the week absolutely free. So that way you get all of the March Madness action, premium and daily top play, all the way through the national championship, and you'll get the game of the week in soccer absolutely free. So there's just another way to get it if you want it. Later this week, I will have my MLB futures posted. Everybody's been asking me if I would ever do that in a separate package, allowing people that maybe have not bought the MLB season pass or are not an all-access member a way to get those futures. And I have never lost an MLB future that I have released. I have released 22 of them over the last 3 years and cashed in every single one of them. I've done season win totals. We've done player futures. Team futures. Whatever you can think of. I haven't lost a single one. So keep that in the back of your mind. That will be available later this week. As soon as I finish my last few that I'm going over, there will be at least 10 futures in this package. But again, first and foremost, most importantly, go get on the soccer game of the week. Cash in on this big play with us. You will not be disappointed. Now, being that I can't do a recap, I'm hoping to go live on Wednesday. I have a meeting that I'm supposed to have at 1:30 on Wednesday afternoon that right now it's still up in the air. If I do have this, then it's about an hour drive away. There's no way that I'm going to be able to go live and do this with everything I've got going on in the morning, going over plays. There's early games, things like that. But I'm hoping that this meeting gets pushed back to a dinner meeting, or even gets pushed back until potentially Friday. And if that happens, and I do not have to attend this meeting, then I will be going live somewhere around lunchtime on Wednesday. That's what I'm hoping to do. So if that's the case, then I will do the recap on the live show, or I'll do it on the next free play video, whichever comes first. But being that I am here on video, I'm not going to do a video without giving you something for free. So let's give you a free play. One of the games, I've got about 5 games that I'm looking at for Wednesday that I'm already kind of zoned in on. Some of them don't have lines yet. Some of them I'm still kind of waiting on some information. Some of them involve teams that are playing tonight. And so I want to watch those games and see how those games pan out, what players do, so on and so forth. But for right now, I've already got one game that I have locked in and wagered on. So that's what I'm going to give you for free because I really, really like this game. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday afternoon. We got the Patriot League semifinals. Loyola, Maryland going up against Army. Now, neither one of these teams have played since the 6th, so 3 full days off. Army's last 2 games were very easy wins for them. Blowouts. The last 2 games for Loyola, Maryland, both were against Navy. They have one game where they beat Navy pretty severely and one game where they got worked by Navy pretty good. But the beautiful thing is I went back and one of those games I actually watched. The other one I didn't get to watch, but I went back and I looked at a good portion of that game. And the beautiful thing is Loyola, Maryland had a set game plan going into that game, and they stuck with it both times. But it showed that Navy knew how to figure it out. Now, if you know anything about Army or Navy in basketball, they are a mirror image of one another. Obviously, Army, in my opinion, is a night and day more talented squad, more experienced squad, just fundamentally heads and tails better. But the beautiful thing is, Loyola comes in with that same game plan because here's the thing. I don't know what's in their coaches' heads. I don't know what's in the players' minds. But if their coaching staff has any fundamental knowledge of basketball and knows how to scout for future games and opponents, then they should know that, hey, we just beat Navy in one of the 2 games against them using said game plan, which is the exact game plan you should have going in and playing Army, because you are playing the exact same team other than the fact that they are just better at what they do. Well, I'm telling you this right now. Army, as far as any of your service schools, your Air Force, your Army, your Navy, they're the best. They are the most aggressive. And one thing that I really like about Army is they don't let up. And here's one thing that Army can do that Navy and Air Force both struggle with. They know how to transition and make changes at any time. So if they go in and what they are doing is not working, they don't wait to go down by 20 points and go, maybe we should make an adjustment. Maybe we should switch from a zone to a man-to-man. I believe that Army is going to come, press, and press hard, and go with a very, very aggressive man-to-man defense. And one thing that Loyola has done all year long is struggle with man-to-man defenses that press the entire time. They run a full court press. They don't pick them up at half court. They run full court and they follow them through. And even though Army isn't the most talented when it comes to overall rebounding, per the numbers, they're just as aggressive as anybody in the country when it goes to getting offensive rebounds to get second chance shots. A lot of times what you see where the numbers don't favor them is because they're going up against bigger, more talented, more experienced, big name D1 schools. This isn't one of those. So not only in this game do they have the size advantage, Loyola Maryland, when it comes to just being aggressive, is nothing compared to teams that Army has faced this year. So another thing that gives them is the advantage is being battle tested. Being that these teams are having the exact same amount of rest, being that this is the semifinals of the Patriot League tournament, I get why the line is going to be closer than it should be. But I don't get the 2-point spread. I really don't. Either way you want to look at it, giving every benefit of the doubt, taking the fact that it's tournament time, so on and so forth. I could drop it from a normal 7-point line down to about 4.5. And that's giving every benefit of the doubt to Loyola Maryland. But again, it's still 4.5. It's 2.5 point differential versus that 2 points. Now, a 2.5 point differential isn't enough to make me jump out of my seat. But what do we have with this 2-point spread and that 2.5 point differential? That all we have to do is lay $1.30, $1.25 at William Hill. The reason I'm saying $1.30 is because that's what I saw at Bovada, Bet Online, MyBookie, and I know a lot of you guys are probably using online services. We personally got it at $1.25. But if you're getting it at $1.30, I still think that's great value. And all they have to do is win the game. No spread involved. Now you're talking about a 4.5 point difference. You're getting that extra 2 points you don't have to worry about. Again, this line should be 4.5. Both teams are rested going into this game. And I just don't see a way that unless Army comes in with no game plan, or if Army starts cold and Loyola starts to break out and create some separation, and Army doesn't adjust, they don't, transition into something else, they don't make the necessary changes needed to combat whatever issues they're having early, then yeah, they could get beat. But that's not Army's MO. They haven't done it yet this season, so why would they do it now when this essentially is the most important game they've played all year? So I'm not going to assume or guess or try to think that Army's going to fall asleep at the wheel on this one. I've been impressed by Army this year for what they have. I've been impressed with the way they play. I've been impressed with their coaching staff. And anybody that's followed me for any length of time knows that this is my 5th free play with Army so far this college basketball season. 5th. Guess what? We're 4-0 in the last 4. And this will now be the 7th play. Because, again, every one that I've given you thus far has been on the card. This one is on the card. Right now, we're 5-1. We have made a lot of money with Army this year. We've had a top play win with Army this year. And I plan to keep it going. I hope this isn't the last time we get to play Army this year. I really hope that we have a chance to play them in the finals. Because that tells you, I believe they're going to be in the finals. Premium play, Army. I'm taking them on the money line, minus $1.25. If you're getting it at $1.30, that's fine. I don't care. If you have to lay the 2 points, I'm okay with it. But I would rather you lay the money line. Let's not have to worry about the 2 points. Let's not have to worry about a spread. All we have to worry about is Army going out there and winning the game. That's your free play. That is a premium play. Go lock that in. Enjoy that win. It's at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. But before you do it, make sure you go do this. Go get the game of the week. The soccer game of the week. It's $50. You win or get the next one absolutely free. No questions asked. It is an afternoon game. You will not be disappointed. And stand by and wait because there's going to be another big play this week. I'm not going to say what sport it's in. We're looking at multiple sports, but you will not be disappointed. Members, be on the lookout for a members-only video as long as the line comes out where I want it to. Look out for a big Wednesday card and cross your fingers. Let's hope we can do a live show on Wednesday. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you back for another one. And for all of those that are going to get on the game of the week, we'll see you in the winner's circle.